And so what happens then, unfortunately, is you can also start to see the patterns in life that can make life seem meaningless. But once I got my ADHD diagnosis and once I understood what was happening, I really did start to see it as a lens. And anytime I find myself in those moments now, because I don't take medication, you know, I took medication like once or twice. I was like, it didn't help me in my comedy. I actually need to be erratic and unfocused when I'm doing comedy. And I'm lucky that I live a life where I don't have to be in an office at a time and do a thing in a certain way. And but in coping or in like learning how to deal with it, I've learned just about like that lens, and I'll talk to myself. I go, there's me and there's the observer. Like I'm the observer of my thoughts. I'm not the thoughts. And then I'll talk to myself. So I'll be like, man, you do this tomorrow, and then the next day, and then life is me. Then I go like, it is meaningless unless you zoom in. And then if you zoom in a little bit more, all of a sudden, wow, it's almost like the most meaningful thing. This conversation with this person is the most meaningful conversation you will ever have in your life. This is it. This is everything that it is. This hug that you're getting from your friend is the most important thing you will ever experience. This meal that you're having, just taste these ingredients. What is taste? Feel it on your taste buds. And like one of the tools they teach you, like with ADHD sometimes, when it makes you go into anxiety or depression, is to just notice things. Practice being present. Walk down the street and like look, like really look, and say out loud what you're seeing. And at first it's very stupid. That is a red door. That is a green roof. That is a pigeon sitting on the gutter. That is a gutter. That is a gray car that is driven by. And you'll be shocked at how just doing that gets your brain out of that loop. And then something's going to catch your eye or something will spark. And by the end of that walk, you won't be in the mood that you were in when you started that walk.
Did you ever feel hopeless when you spiraled into this sort of rumination? Was there ever a moment through this journey of understanding your depression that you felt hopeless?
I did and I didn't. This is going to sound really weird to you. That I have this strange thing that'll happen to me sometimes in life where I feel like it's all meaningless and it's nothing and it's whatever. It's very, very random. Oftentimes I've just learned sometimes it's fatigue. I've learned rules now for myself and for anyone out there really, especially if you have ADHD. Before you go through anything or before you think about anything like intently and intensely when you're struggling, ask yourself a few simple questions. Have you slept? Have you eaten well?